What's going on, guys? I'm Frank Wack. God, it's good to be back. We're here to talk about A2F Spring in 2017. There was a lot of cool things at A2F. And it's typical. If you've ever been to Consplosion, it's in the same building. The Ford Smith Convention Center is a great location. It's a beautiful scenery. It's great for photo shoots. It's great for that kind of stuff. But yeah, a lot happened, so let's get talking about that. I want to start with the vendors / artist alley. It's set up about the same way it usually is. The biggest problem I had with it was that it's kind of the same people. I see the same vendors at A2F and Consplosion all the time, and I love that bit of versatility. I love seeing new booths. I love seeing new people. The guests were, and I don't know how to put this without sounding horrible. The guests were alright. The musical guests were great. Kaza and New Challenger were both amazing. They're both wonderful. Both of their shows were fantastic. I don't know how to put it. Like, you know, the authors were always at their booth, so it's like, okay, they just feel like vendors. They don't feel like guests to me. I'm sorry. It's just how it comes out. Leia Clark, I barely saw her. Like, I don't know where she was hiding or what she was doing. If she wasn't at a panel, like, then I didn't see her. The show groups, I didn't go to see any of them. What, Bound by Fire or the karate group. I don't know, man. That's not the kind of thing I want to go to a con for. That's not the kind of guests that I'm here for. Oh, the cosplay guests were great. Oh, I need to stop and say that. The cosplay guests were all phenomenal. New Challenger was great. They're a band from Oklahoma City that plays music inspired by the video game Street Fighter, which I love, as you can tell. They were really cool. They had a really cool poster. They handed me one. They all signed it. I have another one. It's probably going to Retropalooza. Kaza was freaking amazing. Oh, they were really, really cool. I love J-Rock and stuff like that. I love seeing them live more than I like listening to them, because they are energetic and they are crazy, and I love that. Just the energy that they put out into their performance is beyond anything I think I've ever seen. And it's so cool. Like, when we got to see Chantry live in Tokyo and Tulsa last year, that was really cool. My panel on Sunday went really, really well. That was a lot of fun. I talked about the YouTubes, and we had some interaction. We had about 30 people at one time, which was cool. For Sunday, you know, mid-afternoon, a lot of people were leaving early. Attendance was really good. Friday, I remember being pretty busy. For a Friday at a convention, especially on, what was it Memorial Day weekend? Saturday was even bigger, and it was really good. The cosplay contest ran and did really well. I had a lot of fun with it, taking pictures and doing video and whatnot. Sunday, though, I feel like we need to talk about that. Sunday was dead. Like, dead. But there was nobody. I was trying to record for a new series that has yet to air. This was the second episode of that series, and it was really hard just to find people that would sit down and talk, because there was next to no one there anymore. It wasn't like VisionCon where it felt like family, but we did feel like a community, and that was good. That's really good. Final gripe, the video game room. Like I said, I'm a huge fan of video games. I love Street Fighter and stuff like that to death. The video game room is just never done right at A2F or Consplosion for me. It just seems to be ragtags thrown together, and I think the problem is that you don't have somebody that knows what they're doing. You run tournaments for like Smash Brothers and you know, various fighting games, tournament games, but you run them on bad monitors or a projector. I really think that all cons in the area should go to OK Gamers. Well, they run the Tokyo Tulsa show, and if you've seen the game room in Tokyo Tulsa, oh boy, that game room is far superior to any game room I've seen at any convention in the area. Overall, A2F was really, really good. Overall, A2F was great. I had a really fun time. I really want to go back. The good side of the con, community felt like community, which is always good. The events ran smoothly. The music was great. The cosplay was great. The panels were good. The bad side, I never saw the main guest outside of 1 or 2 panels. I never saw her. She wasn't on the floor. She was either really busy or she was doing other things. I don't know what she was doing. Game room is still really lacking. And it's not that there wasn't a bunch of games. There was a good list of games, but it's poorly set up. The monitors are bad. It's kind of throwing whatever game you have into a system. Like I saw Metal Gear Solid 4 on a PS3 at the game room, and nobody wants to sit down and play a Metal Gear Solid game at a con. That takes so much time. Final Fantasy VII was running up on a PS3 at one point. It's like, why? I think it was a great con. I think you all should come to Consplosion in September. Yeah, late September, early October, or A2F in November. I really hope to see you all there. I really hope I get to go. Really quickly, just remembered something that I forgot to put in the original review. It does actually affect the score. I just feel that there wasn't enough staff. Like I remember 6 or 7 real people that were working the con. And it was Brooke, and the people, the big people. Like if you go to Tokyo and Tulsa, you would see the con chairs, and you would see like their lower people. Like the cons and people like that, and then you would have like their minions, and the minions like didn't exist at A2F, and I feel like that's a huge problem, and it's not because something did happen, but because I'm afraid that something might. I'm afraid that at some point in time, the con goers are going to realize that they kind of are just running it all themselves. And they're not going to want to pay for that. With the game room and how it was, and it was like there were like 3 workers in the whole massive game room, and one of them was working with the LARPing group that was there, and one of them was doing the video games, and there was a guy just kind of there with that guy, and that was it. And it was like you had like the bare minimum to run the con, and I felt like this is all speculation, this is all how I feel, this is not how it might have actually been. It's just from an outside looking in perspective, that's how it looked. I do think that should affect the score of the entire convention. I am going to bump it down to a 7 out of 10. It was at an 8. I'm moving it down to a 7 because I feel like there needs to be more staff. I feel like there needs to be more people helping you run the convention the way it needs to be run. Because if there had been a problem, I don't think that one con chair could have handled it, because she was handling everything else. Like I said, there was 3 people in the whole game room. There was maybe 4 people in main events. There were 2 or 3 people at front desk the whole time at registration, and there was maybe 1 person watching the doors in the vendor room. There was a point in time I didn't have my badge on me, and I still walked right into the vendor room. And I don't know if it was because they knew me or what, but that doesn't look good, I want to be fair, and A2F was great. I had a great time. I really want to go back, but I really feel like this needs to be said. I really feel like there needs to be more staff ongoing. And I'm done. Like I said, 7 out of 10 final score. It's a great con. I still think everybody should go. I still think you should come to the next one in November, or you should come to Consplosion in late September. But Brooke, if you're watching, I would love to see more staff at those cons. I would love to see more people working and helping, making it run just a little bit more smoothly.